Hey there. Okay, so kind of under the gun for time tonight, believe it or not. Uh, we, y'all, I'm gonna digress for a second. Right out of the gate, we went to an RV show 2 weeks ago yesterday. I just happened to be driving to pick up the kids. Did I tell y'all this? I may have told y'all this. And I just saw the sign as I was on the phone with my husband. I was like, oh my gosh, there's like an RV show in town. How cool is that? I've never been to one. How fun would that be? And he's like, oh, we got games all day Saturday with the kids, and we've got parties, and on Sunday, birthday parties. And I was like, well, we don't have anything to do tonight. Why don't we just go down there? It's cheap. It'll be fun. So it's like $8 for all four of us to get in. So I was like, cool. So we went. Y'all, it was only $8 to get in. It was a hell of a lot more expensive to get out. That damn thing arrives today. I can't. Anyway, that's not what I'm here to talk about. So what I'm here to talk about, it's a really nice one too, y'all. I'll share it with you later. Ikigai. Right, okay. It's Japanese, and it keeps, like, I feel like I need to talk about it because it keeps landing on my plate. My business, one of the businesses I own, is going to launch in Japan in April. So all my Japan friends, call me because I'm going to need some help as far as information goes, and how to do business in Japan is drastically different than how you do business in the United States. And I know this because I recently got certified, the Japanese certification to do business in Japan. So I passed all that, and it was fascinating. But one of the things that they talked to us about was Ikigai. And because there are certain words they wanted us to understand, and that was one of them. And then a group that I'm in recently, they were talking about Ikigai. And I thought, this keeps landing in my lap. So I did some research, checked it out, and it's a concept that basically means a reason for being. So if you break the word down, it's basically two words put together. So it's Ika, which means life, and Gai, which means value or worth. So it's the value or worth of your life. It's your reason for being. And it's very important to Japanese, obviously. And I started thinking, do we have something like that we find is like very important, that we give a name to? And the closest I could come was purpose. Like, what is our purpose, our reason for being, our purpose? So anyway, I have all this information on slides from my company, and then obviously there's, the Google. So I looked it up, and basically the concept is really cool. I keep seeing the same diagrams over and over, but it's looking at four different huge aspects of your life and how they overlap. And if they don't all overlap to where the center is, where they all hit the center, then you're not going to have your Ikigai. I mean, your Ikigai is not going to be balanced, I guess. Yeah, maybe that's it. You're going to be missing something. So the four big circles, like the biggest one is what you love. I got a cheat sheet. Another large one is what the world needs. Another one is what you can be paid for, because you got to live. And the other one is what you're good at. And so when all of those, what you love, what you're good at, what the world needs, and what you can be paid for, overlap, then you'll find your Ikigai. Y'all, I need to sneeze. Okay, and then so they break it down even further. So what you love can be broken down into your passion and your mission. So your passion and your mission basically are what you love. That's self-explanatory. What the world needs can either be your mission or your vocation. Okay? What you can be paid for, you see a pattern here, or can be your vocation or your profession. And then what you're good at can be your profession and your passion, which brings you back to what you love, which was your passion and your mission. So you can see how they break these down. And then all 8, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, all 4 of those combined will bring you to your Ikigai. Now, if you are missing some parts of these, you can, like if you're missing, oh God, I'm gonna screw this up. Like you have your passion and your profession, but it's not something you can be paid for, then you feel satisfied, but you have a feeling of being useless. If you have your profession and your vocation, but you don't love it, then you're comfortable, but you have a feeling of emptiness. Is this making sense? If you have your mission and your vocation, but you're not good at it, then you're excited and your excitement and complacency, but a sense of uncertainty. I hope I got that one right. And then if you have your passion and your mission, but you're not able to be paid for it, then you have delight and fullness, but no wealth. Y'all, this was really hard to read. Anyway, all of that said, all of that put together is your Ikigai, and they find that very important, and they work very hard to make sure that they are filling all these circles and that they're all overlapping. And the Japanese are very disciplined. I mean, oh man. And they say, so like I said, basically, I think a lot of Americans in general push for what you're good at and what you can be paid for. We weigh heavily on those, what we're good at and what we can be paid for. Guys, the balance, it's going to be some balance. What you love can also be what you're good at and what you're paid for. And what the world needs can be what you're good at and what you're paid for and what you love. So I think Americans in general, we balance heavily on what we're good at and what we can be paid for, but we tend to complain about because we don't prioritize what we love and what the world needs, because each one of us has a gift that the world needs, and each one of us requires love. And so why can't we balance that a little bit more and allow the things that we're good at and that we can be paid for to also be the things that the world needs and that we love? I hope that makes sense. Anyway, I have to look up the quote now. The two most important dates in your life are the day you're born and the day you figure out why. I have to figure out who said that. It's somebody super obvious, but I can't remember right now. I should probably look that up before I get on and hit record. But so the day you're born and the day you figure out why. And the day you figure out why is when you figure out your purpose. So you guys, if you don't know your purpose or you're not clear on your purpose, spend some time and really think about it. You don't want life to fly by and you not figure out why you were here. You want to figure out why you're here later on and be like, damn, missed it. So, and if you're feeling unfulfilled or some of these other things, useless, emptiness, unwealthy, uncertain, kind of balance and figure out, what is it that you love? What is it the world needs from you? What is it you can be paid for? And what is it that you're good at? All of those combined, and you'll find your purpose. You'll find your Ikigai. All right, y'all I wish I'd had a Japanese word for goodbye. I don't know one. I would say it right now to be cool, but I didn't look that up either. Have a good night.